in color, the continuing story of Peyton Place. Starring Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Ryan O'Neal as Rodney Harrington, Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson, Christopher Connolly as Norman Harrington, Patricia Morrow as Rita Harrington, James Douglas as Stephen Cord, Elizabeth Walker as Carolyn Russell, and also starring Barbara Rush as Marcia Russell.
Norman Harrington's doubts about his brother's wife are confirmed. Doubts that have been building for some time now, ever since Rodney Harrington was injured in a motorcycle accident and confined to Doctor's Hospital, leaving Betty Harrington alone. Stephen has no thought of being observed, yet the Harrington brothers' bike shop is just a short distance away. Inadvertently, Norman sees Stephen Cord drive up to Rodney's house. Now, Norman must struggle with his own sense of responsibility toward his hospitalized brother. The struggle becomes acute as Norman sees Betty Harrington admit Stephen into the house without question.
Got 25 seconds left.
Betty.
No, I mean it, Stephen. You said it was important. All right, say it and be on your way.
Okay. Here. Read them where I've marked the pages.
Why? What are they?
Articles from medical journals. Mike Rossi gave me the titles. They're the current thinking on spinal cord injury similar to Rod's. A lot about therapy technique also. Read up on them.
Think of everything, don't you, Steve?
Don't you want to understand what Rod's going through? The difficult problem he's having? So you won't be in the dark about his condition or his eventual recovery?
Thank you, Stephen. I'll read these when I have a chance.
All right, fine. That's all I wanted.
Stephen, wait a minute. Just wait until I skim through these, and then you can take them with you.
All right.
So you won't have any excuse for just, dropping by to pick them up? Oh, no.
Hi, Betty. Listen, Rita's gonna cook a storm up tomorrow, so she was wondering if you could stop over for dinner.
I'd love to. Come on in. Stephen's leaving in a few minutes. Oh, and just wait until I finish looking through these, okay?
What are they?
Oh, there are a few medical journals. You know, you might take a look at them also.
Stephen thought it might be easier on Rod if we knew a little bit more about his paralysis.
Prognosis for recovery. The difficulty he's having psychologically, I mean as well as physically, getting his body to do exactly what his brain wants it to do. I thought it might help Rod if we all knew what he was going through.
Well, I know what he's going through, Stephen. Don't you?
No, you know what I mean.
Stephen, look, I'll read these when I have more time, and I'll make sure that they're returned to your office.
Well, Betty, make up your mind.
I have made up my mind, Stephen. Good night.
Who asked you to keep us informed, Stephen?
I'm just trying to help.
You can't just stay out of it, can you? You can't just leave us alone.
No, I'm in no mood for your sarcasm.
You're an attorney, remember? Not a doctor. If we need any legal advice, we'll call you and ask for it. Otherwise, forget it.
I thought you grew up.
We got 2 good doctors taking care of Rodney. That's all we need.
Norman, please.
You know, you talk like a man who's never made a mistake, who's never regretted what he's done, who's never tried sincerely to make amends for what he's done. I envy you, brother.
Norman.
He's not the winner of the year, you know.
Norman, you weren't angry because Stephen came by just to leave me a few medical journals, isn't that right?
Let's forget it.
You think there's something going on between Stephen and me, don't you? Norman, I know you don't trust Stephen, but suddenly I realized just a few moments ago that you don't trust me.
That isn't true, Betty.
It's true. It's true.
Look, I know what Stephen's trying to do. He's trying to take advantage of Rod. I don't care what he says, that's what he's trying to do, and I know it.
Norman, do you trust me? Well, what do you think I am? Do you think a few weeks after I marry your brother, I'm going to start seeing my ex-husband?
Betty, if you give Rod the slightest reason to suspect that you're interested in Stephen or amused or anything, we just can't handle it, that's all.
Well, I know that, but what am I going to do? I didn't invite him to come here. He just showed up.
All right.
All right. Well, what do you want me to do? Go into hiding? So that Stephen won't stop me on the street and talk to me? So that he won't just drop around for one reason or another?
So all I'm trying to tell you to do is to be very, very careful. That's all.
Well, Norman, I could say the very same thing to you because you're doubtful and suspicious. And because you don't trust me, you could hurt Rod, too. Now, you could make him feel more and more insecure and more helpless.
All right.
Norman?
I heard you were looking for some help on the mackerel boat.
Ever work a seine?
Well, no, but, Mr. Davies,
There aren't no misters on the wharf. Name's Andy.
I need a job.
I need a fisherman.
Well, I know the sea. Do you know if anybody else is looking for help?
You could ask.
I just asked you.
I just told you. Hold on. All I got's a couple of boats and me goods. Somebody comes along that's never hauled a seine before, snags it on the bottom. I'm out a lot of money.
I understand.
Even if it don't come to that. Unless a man knows a net, he'll be hauling more water than fish.
You made your point. Thanks.
How bad you need a job? Bad enough to work a string of traps?
Lobsters?
Yeah, it takes a strong back.
When could I start?
Depends. I got one dory. No motor.
I can handle a sail.
And an oar?
You just have to show me how to set the traps.
You didn't ask how many.
Doesn't matter.
Never hauled traps before either, did you?
No.
They get heavy. They make a man meaner than those crusty little devils inside.
If the job is open, I'll take it.
Yeah, I was thinking. I've got a man, but I could let you take over and put him on the nets. Once you're out there, it's just you. Nobody to turn to, nobody to talk to. A full day up at 3. Sometimes there's no stopping until supper time.
That's fine.
There's over 100 traps on that string. Winter months, you'll be working a long way out, maybe 100 feet deep. There'll be days you'll shove off into the teeth of an easter at maybe 20 below.
I said I'd take it.
You'll need a good jacket, boots, and an oilskin.
Thanks. Oh, do you know some place I can stay?
Well, there's a coop down below. If it'll do, you're welcome to it.
I appreciate it.
Better get some good gloves, too. Else you might not last the day.
Carolyn? Oh, excuse me. Good night.
Well, it's been quite an evening.
Well, that had to happen sooner or later, huh?
Not this way. Oh, not this way.
It's been hard to try and keep it from being embarrassing and awkward and painful to both of you.
Well, wouldn't you think that Fred could at least have taken her out of town? I mean, we both tried so hard to be discreet about this whole thing. That's why we used mental cruelty as the grounds for the divorce.
Kind of bothered you a little bit, too, didn't it?
Well, yes, of course. Of course it bothered me. Because I knew what this would do to Carolyn.
Well, I realize that you and Carolyn are family, and I really have no right to interfere, but I still don't feel like an outsider either.
Oh, Mike. Of course you're not an outsider.
Well, you did what you could to keep her from finding out.
Because I knew she couldn't accept this, and she can't. Look at her.
Maybe you ought to talk to her now. Tell her everything. Now, wait a minute. Look, you were worried about her reaction when she saw her father in this new light. All right, it's happened. From the way she's withdrawn, I kind of think that she's put a lot of the pieces together already. Don't you think you looked at yourself and to her to make sure she gets them in the proper order?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I sleep on it.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
I wouldn't put it off altogether.